if you call yourself a Christian, let me back up. If you don't, then you and I, this conversation probably, I hope you heard about Jesus, and I would love to share about how his son died on a cross for you and for me, and how that could impact the rest of eternity, and generation after generation after generation to follow you. I'd love to tell you about Jesus and how he rescued me, a drug addict and an absolute moron, from a life of ridiculousness and delivered me into a place where I'm at today. I'd love to tell you about all that. But if that's you, then I guess you're probably lost right now. And for that, I apologize. Give me 3 minutes. No, maybe 2. We'll get to what we want to talk about in the home show here in Athens. But for the next 60 seconds, listen to me. Listen to me. If you're an American Christian, if you claim to be a believer, if you go to church on Sunday morning, and if I ask you right now, are you a Christian? Are you saved? Are you in the Lamb's Book of Life? Is your eternity set? And your answer to that question is yes. And yet, the principles that are laid out for you in black and white, and some gray, but that are laid out for you in God's word, do not dictate everything in your life. Not just what you do on Sunday morning and Wednesday nights and Sunday nights of Church of Christ. I'm kidding. I take it back. I'm kidding. Don't be mad. But if that book doesn't dictate those things, but also, hear me out, this is going to be uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Your checking account, your savings account, ooh, that's hurtful. And I get that. I'm talking to me, by the way. I'm not preaching. I'm preaching to nobody but me right here. I hope it impacts you too, but I am talking to me right now. If it doesn't impact those things, your politics, your business, your marriage, your being a dad, being a mom, being a whatever it is, if your life isn't driven by those principles laid out for you in God's word, and you call yourself a Christian, I would potentially argue that you may be that unsaved Christian we just spoke about. And so for that, I want you to know that there are resources available for you. I would love to talk to you. Look, no greater sinner than I. I am the greatest of these sinners, right? And so I would love to share my story with you. I'd love to talk with you about whatever it is. I know Allie would in a heartbeat. Now, if you call me, you probably need an hour. You call her, you might need 2.5. But you're going to get a lot more out of that, okay? So